Okay, so this is the third question on time complexities, basic part on InterviewBit. This is also categorized under easy part, easy section. So the name of the question is nested underscore CMPL2. Let's just go through the snippet. So the first line is about declaration as well as the definition of the variable a. The second part is in itself a loop. Inside a loop, so what we can see is for the outer loop, the value of I varies from 0 to n minus 1. That is, it will run for n times. The inner loop, however, is little bit dependent on the value of I. So for this, for the case, let us just take that there are n numbers which will, or let us just do this. So its initial value is n, so it will range from n, the value of j will range from n to, so it should be greater than I. So we can say it just won't touch I, so it will run from the value of j from n to I plus 1. That is, it will run for say I plus 1 minus n plus 1. That is uh, I minus n plus 2. It will run for this much amount of time. So what we can conclude is this particular statement will run for product of this, that is n multiplied by I minus n plus 2. Yeah. So what we can conclude out of this is that in worst case it can go to n squared. So time complexity here will be big O n squared. Now after this, for the space complexity part, we can see that we haven't declared any variable which is having size in any way proportional to the value of n. So what we can say is the space complexity here will be big O 1, constant space. Now there can be a single confusion here about this minus sign, that why we don't get this answer minus n squared. Well, there are two reasons for the same. First of all, the time can't go negative, and size will anyways be positive, so n's value will be positive. Another thing is it is ranging from n to I plus 1, where n is greater than I plus 1. So actually we should have done it this way: n minus I plus n minus I plus 1, like this, and plus 1. So this 1 will get cancelled. It will be n minus I, and when I will be 0, it will be n itself, and in that case we can say it will be big O n squared at worst case, and the worst case is when I is equals to 0.